right, can you hear me okay? Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we threw a big hit. Oh, hello. Okay. Am I on? Okay. I think we have a big hint of who's going to be our entertainers for tonight. And if you all probably know, we had our third annual Hawaii Island Stu Guitar Festival right at the brand new Mauna Lani Hotel this past week. So hopefully, all right. I wonder if the battery is okay, but you hear me okay? Okay, all right. So, yeah. Okay, I think we're off again. Let me, I won't look that way. Okay, let me switch mics.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Okay, is this better? All right. So we've celebrated our third annual Hawaii Islands Steel Guitar Festival. So for those of you who did not get to enjoy it at our hotel, you get to enjoy it tonight here at Twilight and Kalahuipua'a. Thank you. And of course, we'd like to welcome you all here to an event that only happens once a month. And people ask, is it the first Saturday or is it the last Saturday? And I always tell them, just remember when the full moon is, it's always the Saturday closest to the full moon. Okay? It's always closest to the Saturday, to the closest, the Saturday closest to the full moon. Okay, so that's an easy way to remember when we have twilights. And we are in our 22nd year, so 22nd year at Twilight at Kalahuipua'a. And we want to thank the support of all who have been coming over the past years, but especially the support from our great Mauna Lani Hotel, as well as the Friends of the Future who have supported us for many years and kindly bring up all of our Twilight entertainers from wherever they are. So it's a wonderful event that's supported by many. You know, tonight is the actual full moon night, so we expect to have a wonderful evening, and we even have snow-capped mountains. So, as we say, mahalo ke akua for the wonderful rain the other day, and it rarely gets rain down here, but we had a nice downpour, and for the Hawaiians that lived here for hundreds and hundreds of years, that was always considered a blessing to have rain in a very dry desert-like area that we have here in Kalahuipua'a. But it left us with some beautiful snow-capped mountains. Well, you know, before we start the program, a few housekeeping details that I want to mention. First of all, because we consider this area right in front of the lanai as our stage where we do hulas and other things, also because we do record these evenings, we ask that this area be kept clear for those things. But, of course, if somebody forgets and decides to walk in front, then, as we always say, be prepared for hula, or a story, or a song. Any one of those would be good. Okay? All right. So, for those on this end, that we do have 2 restrooms behind this cottage, which you can access, if you're on this side, you can access it through this side. Please watch your step as you go to the restroom. And for those on this side, you can access it through this end here. Okay. Also, in respect of our entertainers here, we do ask all that perhaps only still shots would be good. and not videos, in respect for all of our storytellers and entertainers up here. Thank you. Okay, well, I think we're ready for a wonderful evening of music. My brother behind me, Alan Akaka, is the one who helped orchestrate this. Oh, one thing I forgot, which my wife reminded me of, is make sure you check that you have your phone with you. Anybody brought a phone and misplaced it? If you did, raise your hand. Oh, lucky we didn't start. Oh, we would have had 4 wonderful hula dancers right here. Shucks.
Shucks. Darn.
Okay, maybe next time. Okay. Anybody missing a phone? Okay, if you are, then come up and see us during the break, and this may be your phone. Or if you want to come up now, if you want to use your phone. Nobody missing a phone?
Ask Siri.
Check your purses or your pockets.
Ask Siri.
All right. And one other thing that I also want to mention, and we want to really thank you all. You know, although I think this is probably one of our record gatherings over here at Twilight in the 22 years we've had. But we want to thank you so much for all of your patience. As you probably know, we do have parking. It's moved. It's now at our hotel employees area. So please park over there, and we have a nice, we call it the Old Shuttle Road that you can access to here, which is probably the easiest way to get to the cottage. So just be safe, okay, especially in the dark. All right? So thank you so much for your patience in that and understanding. Okay, I'll get back to my brother Alan. So he has a music school and a nonprofit called Haimele. And these are all his students, and we have other steel guitar masters over here that are here to share in their talents as well. So we're gonna let them take over, and I'll sit back and enjoy myself. All right, my brother Alan and the Hawai'i Steel Guitar Festival.
Testing. Now, is it working right now? It depends which way I'm facing, right? If I go to Hema or south, I'm good. If I go to Akau, let's see, Akau, or go up north, which is that direction, sometimes I get lost. So I'm gonna just go center. How's about that? Okay, I wanna say, well, wait. Is this working? Test. Okay, I wanna greet everybody with an aloha. Oh, that's pretty good. Wait, let's see. I can hear everybody on this side. What about over there, Akau, as I would say in north? Okay, let's see. I want to hear you say aloha way back there. Aloha. Whoa. Pretty loud. Okay, let's hear. Testing. Let's hear it from the Hema side, the south. Ready? Aloha. Aloha. Wow, that is louder. Let's hear Akau again. Aloha. Hey, that's pretty good. Wow. I wonder what you're drinking. Whatever it is, could you share some later with me? Okay, yeah, it's so nice to be here at the Mauna Lani. I'm so grateful that my brother Kaniela and sister Anna, have invited me and my groups to come up, my Islanders and so on. And especially this weekend with our steel guitarists, some of the top steel guitarists in all of Hawaii as well as the world, as well as our up-and-coming next generation players that are on the stage now. I can remember way back when Brother Kaniela and I were about this age. And that was about the time of the Hawaiian Renaissance. The Hawaiian Renaissance. About the time when the Sons of Hawaii Red album came out and the Gabi Pahinui Brown album was published or released. And we're just getting into Hawaiian music. My brother started learning how to play slack key, and he went as far as recording with Palani Vaughn and also playing in the Waimea Music Festival way back when. And he played with his classmates at the time, Aaron Mahi and Dennis Kamakahi. So they would come up to the house and thank you, Ola. And they would come up to the house and jam, and then Aaron would cook something and they would all eat. Sometimes they would sleep over. And then there was me, you know, the young kid over there. I was a few years younger than them, and I wanted to learn an instrument too. So I picked up my dad's guitar and I grabbed the barrel of my clarinet and I slid it over the strings. And they said, wow, what is this? I remember something in a Hawaiian band sounding like this. And then my dad told me, he said, you are playing steel guitar. And he encouraged me to continue, and continue I did, to the point where I met Jerry Bird, who would become my teacher. Now Jerry Bird was internationally known and is today still revered as one of the greatest steel guitarists ever. Well, he was my teacher, and he taught me a lot in 2 summers and until he passed on. I mean, he would come visit me at my gigs, and then he would go like this. I don't know if you can see way up there, but what I'm doing is I'm pointing my finger out there, and I'm going like this as in, come here, sit next to me. And he always had words of wisdom. He would always start with a nice comment, and then he would tell me what I did wrong. That was my teacher, and you know, I loved him, and yeah, and some of what he taught me, I'm sharing with all of my students, young and old, and especially with these young ones over here. They're picking up many of the things that I learned from the many masters of the Hawaiian steel guitar: Billy Hewlett, Jules R.C., Barney Isaacs, Jerry Bird, Harold Hakoole, Herbert Hanawahine, David Keli'i, David Feet Rogers, Benny Rogers, and the list goes on and on and on. And I actually got to play with some of these people, or even watch them live, and then talk with them and get bits of great advice, such as, oh, you see your hands, keep them in their pocket. Keep them in your pocket because they're gold. In other words, protect your hands. Or somebody told me, you know what? You should learn one tuning well. And other bits of great, tips, tips and tricks. So it was so nice, growing up at a time when these legends were still playing, and you know what? They're gone now. And so my job now, as I see it, is to pass it on so that the steel guitar itself, the only modern day string instrument invented in Hawaii, can go on and on and on. And it certainly will through these young ones over here sitting next to me.